A young man named Ethan spent years talking about the life he wanted. He wanted to get fit. He wanted financial freedom. He wanted success. Every January, he promised himself, this year will be different. But somehow, every year looked exactly the same. The alarm rang. He hit snooze. The workout was postponed. The book stayed unopened. The goals remained untouched. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Months became years. And one evening, while scrolling endlessly through his phone, Ethan noticed something that bothered him deeply. The people he once considered his equals were moving ahead. Some had started businesses. Some had transformed their bodies. Some had built lives they were proud of. Meanwhile, he was still standing in the same place, not because he wasn't capable, not because he wasn't smart, because he kept waiting, waiting for motivation, waiting for confidence, waiting for the perfect moment. That night, a question echoed in his mind. What if the life I want is waiting on the other side of the work I'm avoiding? For the first time, he couldn't ignore the answer. The next morning, nothing magical happened. There was no sudden burst of motivation, no inspiring movie scene, no dramatic transformation. The alarm rang at 5 a.m. His body begged him to stay in bed. His mind searched for excuses. But something had changed. Instead of listening to his excuses, he stood up. Just once. That first morning felt miserable. The workout was hard. The cold air stung his face. Every step felt uncomfortable. But when he returned home, something unexpected happened. He felt proud. Not because he had accomplished something extraordinary, because he had kept a promise to himself. The next day, he did it again. And the day after that. Some days, he felt motivated. Most days, he didn't. But he showed up anyway. Slowly, he began to understand a powerful truth. Success doesn't belong to people who feel motivated. It belongs to people who act despite not feeling motivated. The strongest people in history understood this. A warrior doesn't train only when a battle arrives. A champion doesn't practice only when inspired. An artist doesn't create only when the mood is perfect. They work because they have decided who they are, and their actions follow that decision. Months passed. Ethan's life started changing. His body became stronger. His confidence grew. His habits improved. But the biggest transformation wasn't visible from the outside. It happened in his mind. He stopped negotiating with himself. When it was time to work, he worked. When it was time to train, he trained. When it was time to learn, he learned. No debate, no excuses, no delays. He discovered that discipline wasn't a punishment. It was freedom. Freedom from laziness. Freedom from regret. Freedom from becoming the person he never wanted to be. One day, a friend asked him, "How do you stay motivated all the time?" Ethan smiled, because he knew the secret. He wasn't motivated all the time. He was disciplined. And discipline is far more powerful. Motivation is temporary. Discipline stays. Motivation disappears when life gets difficult. Discipline carries you through the difficult days. Motivation depends on feelings. Discipline depends on decisions. That is why discipline changes lives. Years later, people looked at Ethan and called him successful. They admired the results, the confidence, the achievements, but they never saw the thousands of small choices that created them. The early mornings, the uncomfortable workouts, the moments when quitting seemed easier, the days he showed up when nobody was watching. That's where success was built. Not in the spotlight, in the silence. And now, your story stands at the same crossroads. You have two paths. The first path is familiar. Keep waiting. Keep delaying. Keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. The second path is harder, but it leads somewhere different. Choose discipline. Do the work. Keep the promises you make to yourself. Take action even when you don't feel ready. Because the version of you that you dream about becoming is not created by motivation. It is created by the choices you make every single day. So before this day ends, prove something to yourself. Do one thing you've been avoiding. One difficult task. One uncomfortable action. One promise kept. Because your future is not waiting for next week. It's being built right now. The clock is moving. The question is simple. Will you continue waiting? Or will today be the day you finally stop making excuses and start becoming the person you're capable of being? The choice is yours, and your life will follow it.